Strength and honor.
Strength and honor.
Strength and honor.
At my signal, unleash hell.
Done. I win.
Cheryl, it's not a race.
That's what losers say.
What is that?
The truth.
Disjointed is a Netflix original show that stars Kathy Bates as an owner of a marijuana dispensary called Ruth's Alternatives. This show makes a bold attempt to be one of the first shows ever to openly support medical marijuana along with recreational use. In the second half of the first season, you're introduced to an African American woman who is a conspiracy theorist. What's upsetting about her role is the fact that it feels like it's another attempt for Hollywood to make all conspiracy theorists seem crazy. While to be fair, most people on the show don't act like normal pot users. Each episode presents an animated scene that explains what is going on in the mind of a particular character on the show. What's crazy about these animated scenes is, to me, they all have a demonic feel behind them. In one scene, everyone on the show is in the dispensary painting pictures while high. The conspiracy theorist announces that she has finished. When asked what she painted, we are taken into the mind of the conspiracy theorist. What we see and hear is nothing short of the truth in plain sight. Most people will probably ignore what she said because it sounds crazy, but those of us who are awake know better.
Every time a new baby is born, the Federal Reserve issues a secret birth certificate printed by a company called the American Bank. That way, the government can use people as currency to back the debt they have with the World Economic Forum, which owns the central banks of every nation on Earth.
This part is especially true. If you never heard the truth about your birth certificate, then it's time for you to do some research. Every birth certificate is worth millions. It's supposed to be money for the people, but it's actually stolen from us by the government. Some people claim to have gotten access to these funds and made purchases. I don't suggest anybody attempt to do this because it's considered highly illegal and you're risking time in prison if caught. But your birth certificate is worth a lot of money.
But the WEF is just a front for the Council on Foreign Relations, which masterminded the 9/11 attacks as a pretext to invade Iraq, take the oil, and install fast food chains to make people slow, fat, and easily abductible by the shape-shifting reptilian aliens it works with.
This segment of the show was done so quickly that there is no way the writers of the show can spell everything out for you. But we know the war on terror was started for several different reasons. The oil was used as the mainstream excuse. And of course, we know that fast food companies were created to poison the people and to make them obese.
Now, back in the 30s, FDR made a deal with these reptilians to exchange people for technology. That was the basis of the New Deal.
It has been said that shape-shifting reptilian aliens have been controlling things from behind the scenes for some time. This is yet to be proven to be fact, but there is ample evidence out there that actually support these claims. Some people see them as aliens, while others see them as demons.
But ever since, they've been slowly replacing all the world leaders to create a nuclear holocaust to make global warming real for their takeover. That's how they made up the Cold War, by sending Leica to space to bite Neil Armstrong while Kubrick was faking the moon landing.
Real quick, I want to pause this part because notice how she said they are attempting to make global warming real, implying that global warming is not real and our government is actually using technology to manipulate the weather to sell the ideal of global warming.
Now they're using satellite waves, contrails, and measles vaccines as mind control and fluoridating the water to keep people's gold fillings intact so they can be sent back to, you guessed it, the Federal Reserve.
Satellite waves, vaccines, chemtrails, fluoride, she covers so much so quickly. All of these are used for mind control to keep the population in a zombie-like state.
Where all the gold and birth certificates are stored by the real puppet master, the world monarch, who is himself only the servant of the all-seeing eye who controls everything in the world.
I don't think much more is needed to be said. With all of this information covered in a short amount of time, this is just another example of the truth in plain sight.
I was wrong. You do win.
Thank you for watching Up TV. If you like this video and would love to see more, check out these great videos here. And don't forget to subscribe to Up TV and Up TV 2 for even more great videos.